Welcome to an intriguing world of its own, a unique place in California that defies all known conventions and laws, Slab City. In this video, we will explore this lawless town, its fascinating history, the diverse community that inhabits it, and the possible future of this rule-free land. Slab City, also known as the last free place in America, has its roots in a peculiar history. Originally, the site was a military base called Camp Dunlap during World War II, but it was deactivated after the conflict. What remained were the concrete slabs, or slabs, that gave the city its name. With no official use, the land was abandoned by the government, becoming lawless territory. Before the United States officially entered World War II, the Marine Corps planned an aircraft carrier-accessible artillery training base near San Diego. They acquired 631,345 acres of land, naming it after Brigadier General Robert Henry Dunlap of the Marine Corps. The base, called Camp Dunlap, was commissioned in 1942 with functional facilities. It was used for 3 years during the war, and in 1949, its operations dwindled before being dismantled in 1956, leaving only the concrete slabs. The area now known as Slab City was the artillery training field. It was initially inhabited by some veterans who had worked at the Marine Corps base, followed later by drifters and, eventually, recreational vehicle owners seeking free camping sites outside Palm Springs. Current residents refer to themselves as Slabbies, while tourists are called normies. On October 6, 1961, a land relinquishment document was issued by the Department of Defense, transferring ownership to the state of California, as it was determined that the land was no longer needed. What truly makes Slab City unique is its diverse community and unconventional lifestyle. Different types of people, from nomads and artists to homeless war veterans, have found refuge here. Without electricity or piped water, residents use generators and improvised systems to meet their basic needs. Leonard Knight, one of the pioneers who founded the artistic installation known as Salvation Mountain, gained prominence in the 2007 film Into the Wild, directed by Sean Penn. Knight's obituaries describe how he dedicated nearly 3 decades to building this colorful mountain, using donated adobe and paint. Knight tirelessly worked on the mountain, often sleeping in his truck at its base, with no access to electricity or running water. An article in Smithsonian Magazine, published in October 2018, referred to Slab City as a squatter's paradise, which locals consider one of the last free refuges in America. The article highlighted Slab City's diverse population and noted that, clearly, there are people who have chosen this place to escape society, and the desert offers that opportunity to disappear. According to a 2020 report from the Washington Post, the population of Slab City is seasonal and increases to around 4,000 people during the winter, according to some estimates, decreasing to about 150 during the summer. Since the 1950s, Slab City has attracted a wide range of individuals, including anarchists, artists, eccentrics, displaced individuals, retirees, and people living in poverty. A 1990 article from the Chicago Tribune, written by a journalist who spent a week at the camp, estimated that most of the winter residents at the time were over 60 years old. It is recognized as a popular winter destination for temporary visitors. Methamphetamine is unfortunately prevalent and has significantly contributed to the incidence of crime in Slab City. As reported by the New York Times in 2015, frequent law enforcement responses in Slab City are related to conflicts at the camp boundaries, occasionally involving thefts, but the use of methamphetamines remains a persistent problem. In December 2019, during Operation Valley Grinch, a 2-day effort to search for fugitives in the Imperial Valley, 4 individuals hiding in Slab City were detained. The future of Slab City is uncertain. While some see it as an expression of individual freedom and a refuge from societal norms, others argue that the lack of infrastructure and regulation could make it unsustainable in the long term. There are discussions about developing the area for commercial or residential purposes, which could threaten the city's unique existence.